空間島っていうなんてことない島のラーゼンボーデンっていうなんてことない村。
Welcome to All in One Review, where we compile and analyze the opinions of top critics to bring you the ultimate video game review experience. In this video, we're gonna talk about Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key, which is a JRPG where the protagonist Ryza and her friends set out on a mission to explore a group of islands that have appeared near their homeland, threatening their community. The party embarks on a journey to uncover the secrets of the ancient ruins and unlock the power of alchemy. Players can gather materials, synthesize items, and battle enemies using an active turn-based combat system. The game also features exploration elements, with players able to explore a vast world, interact with NPCs, and complete quests. The game is developed by Gus Corporation and published by Koei Tecmo, and is available on various platforms including the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and PC. Reviewers generally praise the game for its engaging story, charming characters, and beautiful visuals. Many reviews highlight the game's relaxing and cozy atmosphere with its charming characters and heartwarming interactions. Despite these strengths, the game may not have a broad appeal and may primarily target a niche audience, and this All in One review will try to help you assess whether you might be part of such a group.
駆け回らされてまた悪くなったわい。島の出現で周辺の魔物も動揺しておるようでの。あちこちから被害報告が上がってきておるのじゃ。
Before jumping on the story of this particular entry, it's worth noting that the Atelier series is a long-running franchise with over 20 titles released since 1997, when the first game of the series, Atelier Marie, was launched for the PlayStation. The games are generally divided into several arcs, each featuring different characters, stories, and gameplay mechanics. There are currently 8 identifiable arcs, each comprised of 2 to 4 games, and each arc works as a more or less standalone sub-series in a way that the games part of the same arc are directly connected to each other and released as sequels to the previous entries, but each arc is not connected story-wise to the rest of the series, despite them all being loosely linked by lore and gameplay mechanics. The storytelling in the Atelier series often focuses on slice-of-life elements, with character interactions and personal stories being a central aspect of the games. As a matter of fact, one of the main elements that make the Atelier series set itself apart from other JRPG series is this focus on smaller scale, somewhat ordinary stories and the interaction and relationship among characters, as opposed to a hero on a quest to save the world type of plot that is largely common in the genre. As the title suggests, Atelier Ryza 3 is the third and final entry in the sub-series called the Secret Arc, which started with the first Atelier Ryza in 2018, followed by Atelier Ryza 2 in 2020. The trilogy focuses on a coming-of-age story for its protagonist, Ryza Stout, a young alchemist and her friends, taking place in a fantasy world with rich and immersive storytelling elements. Set approximately 1 year after Atelier Ryza 2, the storyline is filled with intriguing mysteries, ancient relics, and magical artifacts that drive the narrative forward as the crew goes on an adventure to uncover the truth behind the cryptic islands that popped up. The characters in Atelier Ryza 3 are charming and well developed, each with their own unique personalities, motivations, and backstories. Players will meet a diverse cast of characters, including fellow alchemists, townsfolk, and allies who will accompany Ryza on her journey. The interactions between characters are heartfelt and meaningful, adding depth to the story and creating memorable moments. The world of Atelier Ryza 3 is engaging and immersive, with various quests, challenges, and activities for players to undertake, featuring also day and night cycles that make the world feel alive and dynamic. However, it's important to mention that the Atelier games are somewhat of a niche product that might not appeal to a broad audience, even though cherished by a dedicated fan base. Unlike mainstream RPGs that focus on action-packed combat and grand narratives, the Atelier games emphasize a more leisurely pace, placing greater importance on character development, intricate crafting system, and exploration. This can be polarizing for the general public, as the series caters to a specific audience that appreciate its relaxed atmosphere, charming art style, and in-depth mechanics. Furthermore, the games also tend to showcase strong themes of friendship, self-discovery, and personal growth, which may not resonate as strongly with players seeking adrenaline-fueled adventures or complex, morally ambiguous storylines. What's more, starting directly on the third entry might not be the best idea, as the three games from the Secret Arc are directly connected, and the previous two build up the world and characters for the happenings of Atelier Ryza 3. That said, players are highly encouraged to play Ryza 1 and 2 before jumping on 3, which shouldn't be a big deal as they all offer enjoyable experiences.
怪しい島の偵察に駆り出されるとか帰る前は想像もしなかったね。これぞライザって感じ。
あんたたち、私を何だと思ってるわけ？
One of the unique aspects of the Atelier series is its focus on alchemy. Players take on the role of an alchemist and must gather ingredients, craft items, and explore the world to progress. Combat is typically a turn-based system where players control a party of characters who use various alchemy-based abilities and weapons to defeat enemies. Players can also gather materials, craft items, and explore a colorful and vibrant world as they progress through the game's story. In the case of the Secret Arc in specific, it distinguishes itself from other arcs in the Atelier series, particularly through the introduction of new gameplay mechanics that make the combat more dynamic and engaging, especially with the addition of real-time battle elements and an alchemy system made more accessible to newcomers, while still maintaining its depth for series veterans. Plus, the Ryza titles eliminate any time restriction mechanics that are commonly used across many titles of the series. In addition to all of these elements, the Ryza trilogy also stands out from other arcs in the Atelier series due to its unique emphasis on exploration, strong character development, and a more adventurous narrative. Compared to its two predecessors, Atelier Ryza 3 has been praised for its improved gameplay mechanics. The combat system is a hybrid of a real-time and turn-based combat, which blends traditional turn-based mechanics with active gameplay. In combat, players control a team of up to 5 characters, each with their own unique skills and abilities that are divided into two groups. The 3 characters on the front row are your active fighters that can be toggled in real time, while the 2 on the back row are on standby and can be swapped to join the fight. Performing regular attacks will earn the character action points, and the more action points you have, the more skills are available to use. Both characters and enemies have a wait time before they can attack again, and players can see the enemy's attacking order in the middle of the screen. Although active defense is possible in this game, a character's defense will stall their wait time recovery, so it's not a good idea to overuse it, but rather try to time the press of the defense button at the moment of attack for perfect warding. The combination of real-time and turn-based gameplay creates a unique combat experience that rewards strategic thinking and quick reflexes while still allowing players to plan and execute their actions. Probably the main aspect in which this game's combat has been expanded and improved upon compared to its predecessors is the addition of the Link Morph system in battles, which let players link characters, each with their own Link Morph ability, for powerful moves ranging from healing to dealing damage, making battles more fun and engaging by prompting players to experiment with different combinations and strategies. Exploration and puzzle solving are other elements in the gameplay that have been taken a notch above in this third installment, largely due to the titular secret keys that add an extra layer of challenge, with players needing to use their wits to progress through the story. These keys are a collectible element in the game, requiring players to use their skills and resources to obtain them. In addition to unlocking doors and gates, secret keys can also be used to activate special mechanisms and devices in certain areas. These devices can provide useful items, reveal hidden paths, or even trigger events that advance the game's story by encouraging players to explore the game world, searching for hidden treasures, and discovering new areas. Despite these additions, some players may find the gameplay in Atelier Ryza 3 repetitive or lacking in innovation, as the game may follow similar mechanics and formulas seen in previous Atelier games, sticking to familiar gameplay elements that fans of the series may appreciate, but others may not find as appealing.
素材よし、構えよし。それじゃあ始めよっか。てやー！
Atelier Ryza 3 has received generally positive feedback for its graphics and art style. The graphics are often praised for their colorful and vibrant visuals, while the art style is described as charming, cute, and anime-inspired. The character designs are also noted to be appealing and well drawn, adding to the overall aesthetic appeal of the game. Environments are detailed and visually pleasing, and animations are commended for their smoothness and fluidity. The setting of Atelier Ryza 3 is a fantastical world filled with lush landscapes, vibrant environments, and diverse locations to explore. Players will journey through forests, caves, mountains, and towns, encountering unique characters and creatures along the way. Although not an open world game, the areas available for exploration are rather large for the standards of the series, and the world is meticulously designed with attention to detail, creating an immersive experience for players to get lost in. The PS5 and PC versions naturally deliver better graphics and smoother frame rates when compared to the PS4 and especially the Switch versions, but the performance is mostly satisfactory on all platforms.
ワクワクするよね。宝探しは冒険の醍醐味。
The game has also received praise for its sound and music. The game's soundtrack is enchanting and beautifully composed. The music contributes to the cozy and relaxing atmosphere of the game, creating an immersive experience for players. Sound effects and music work together to create a great audio experience, and voice acting is also worth of note, which further adds to the immersion of the game and enhances the overall gameplay.
2投で決める。
最後だ。
Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key is a highly regarded JRPG with charming visuals and engaging characters. The game's alchemy-based mechanics and focus on slice-of-life stories set it apart from other JRPGs. Expect an enjoyable experience with mysteries, relics, and magic driving the narrative forward. The game marks the conclusion of the Secret arc, showcasing the group's transition into adulthood with a slower and more introspective pace. However, it still retains the series' trademark mix of overarching narrative, adventuring, and battling with a focus on unlocking alchemy recipes and gathering materials to create gear and items that can be upgraded. Improvements in the alchemy system, the addition of the link morph system, and the use of secret keys to unlock the world's secrets help the series take a step forward. Newcomers to the series may find it less accessible due to its reliance on the previous game's story and genre-specific elements that make the Atelier games a niche product with a specific audience that enjoys their relaxed pace, and this game may not appeal to players seeking action-packed combat and complex storylines. Despite this, the game offers a refreshing and unique experience, emphasizing character development, crafting systems, and exploration. Its strong themes of friendship, self-discovery, and personal growth add depth and meaning to the narrative, making it a standout among other RPGs. Today's shoutout goes to Frokenok for sharing the gameplay footage you see in this video. For a full playthrough of the game, be sure to check his channel linked in the description. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. See you all in the next all-in-one review.